Good morning YouTube, it's Dave here, back out on Dartmoor again. In the mist today, as you can see, or not see, I guess. There's not many views around at the moment. I'm hoping it will brighten up a little bit as we go on and the fog will burn away. We're going to be taking in 3 tours today. The first one is one of the lesser visited tours on Dartmoor, Over Tour, and then we're going to head up to 2 of the more visited ones, Little Mis Tor and Great Mis Tor. And I've heard a lot about Great Mis in particular. It's a favourite, I know, of summit seekers and Forchesians. Yeah, I'm looking forward to checking it out because I've never been there before. But before we get into the walk, if you're a fan of hiking, wild camping and budget gear reviews, then you've come to the right place, because that's all I do and I upload once a week. Now with that being said, let's get on with today's video, shall we? There's Over Tour, looming out of the fog. Gonna have to head off the beaten track in a minute to get out to that. Well, I'm just kind of squelching out across Dartmoor at the moment, looking for the driest line I can find. We've left the military track back over that way and heading over to Over Tour, which is in front of us. You can hear how wet the ground is, but it's not too far off track to get over to it. I'm just looking for the best route I can find, really, but there isn't really one, so I am just kind of, oh, that looks better over here actually. I'm just kind of making it up as I go along. I've got my Gaiters on today, I've remembered them, so they might come in handy as I'm trying to get out to Over Tour. It's just cleared a little bit, you can just kind of see it through the mist. There is somewhat of a little trail running through the grass here. I would imagine more of a sheep's trail than one made by people, but I'll take what I can get at the moment. We are getting close now though to Over Tour. It's not very far from the track, it's boggy. It rained a lot last night. Here we are at Over Tour, but it seems quite a scattered tour, kind of across this hillside here on the downslope of Great Mis. Yeah, we'll head up to this bit now, see what views we can take in. It's starting to clear a little bit in this direction actually. You can just see back down to the road and over to the other side. That's towards the Merivale area, out towards like Pew Tor and Vixen Tor over that way. King's Tor will be over there somewhere. We parked in the Four Winds car park today, which is just back that way. You might just have been able to see the trees, but it's a really good place to park if you're walking around this area, free of charge. Most of the car parks around here are, and yeah, plenty of parking there. It does get quite busy though, so you want to get there early if you can. Here we go, Over Tour. Quite the jumble of rocks, but it does look impressive. This bit almost looks like it's been pushed over, like it was all on top here once and someone's given it a little shove. Maybe that's why they've called it Over Tour, because it's been pushed over. Answers in the comments if you know. It does look like that was all once on top of here. Oh, look at this. Just cleared a little bit, brightened up a bit. Hopefully this is the start of it all burning off. Sunshine for the first time today. I think this might be the best view of this outcropping on Over Tour from below. It feels quite wild, even though the road is literally right there. You can see how close we are. Now the mist has cleared a little bit, and I'm sure there's an easier way up from down that side, maybe where those cars are parked. I think the highest point of Over Tour is up this way, so head over there now. And there's another kind of outcropping there. Go have a look at that one as well. It's really scattered, this tour, all over the place. We'll go have a look at that one, and then we'll go have a look at that one. I can actually see the mist start to clear up towards Little Mis and Great Mis now, so hopefully we'll get some views of them. before we head up to them. Ponies down there, look. And the Merivale tours that we're more familiar with: Middle Staple Tour, Great Staple Tour and Ruse Tour on the other side of the valley. I've done all them. This video here, worth a watch, one of my more popular ones. Well, this is it, the highest point on Over Tour. That's where we started, on that one down there, and we went over to that one there, and now we've come over to here, which is the highest point. And now we're going up there to Little Mis Tor, and eventually on up into the clouds, up to Great Mis. But yeah, Over Tour feels wild, even though we're really not that far from the road, not far from the houses and the pub down at Merivale, but it does feel like we're out in the middle of the moor. It's certainly an area that not many people come up to. But yeah, tour number 58, Over Tour, bagged. Thanks for joining me on that one. Let's head over to Little Mis Tor, get that one in the bag too. But I think rather than trying to make a beeline for it, the more sensible route is going to be to head back over to the military track that we started on and head up that way. It's the bird noise. It's all a bit boggy along here and it's spitting with rain. Just trying to pick my way through on the driest line I can find. Back onto the track. It's the Four Winds car park where we're parked. And it's cleared up a little bit, but like I say, just spitting with rain now. Well, I've de-gaitered myself, taken them off. Now I'm back on the track, and I'm staying on the track all the way up to Little Mis Tor, and then the track ends, but we carry on up to Great Mis after that. You can see how well they work, because look at the line. This is all the wetness on my boot, and they hooked onto my laces, and look, completely bone dry there, completely bone dry on the sides and the top, and my trousers are completely bone dry as well. And that's the same on both shoes. You can see the line where they came down to, and they were just a cheap pair of gaiters. Trekmates I think was the brand. I got them from Go Outdoors, probably about 12 quid, something like that. So yeah, definitely worth it if you're hiking off trail on Dartmoor, especially if it's been raining like it was last night. The view's starting to open up behind us now. It's typical June Dartmoor weather today. Can't make up its mind. It rained as I was coming back from Over Tour, making my way across all of that. And then as soon as I got on the trail, I stopped and put my waterproofs on, put my bag cover on, waterproof jacket on. I'm not kidding you, the second I clicked the bag cover together, it stopped raining. So I took it all back off again, put it back in the bag, took my gaiters off while I was doing it, because I'm not going off trail again anyway. And now I'm really warm walking up here wearing this active jacket. I've just got a t-shirt on underneath, which I think would be fine, but the wind's blowing in from that way. So there are some dark clouds, which I don't fully trust. So I'm gonna keep it on for the moment and we'll see what the weather does. Hopefully it's gonna clear. I can just see Great Mis now poking out from the clouds behind Little Mis. So hopefully it will clear when we're up there. We'll get to see what the views are like. Beautiful up here. See all the way over to the Merivale Tours, got Rouge Tour, Great Staple Tour and Middle Staple Tour here, and behind them is Cox Tour. That's where I did my Nature Hike Cloud Peak 2 camp. That one, worth a watch if you like that sort of thing. You can see down to Vixen Tour and Pew Tour. They look tiny from up here. And all the way over to the tours near Borough Tour Reservoir. Leather Tour and Sharpie Tour over there. I'm pretty sure that is Sheep's Tour off on the other side. And North Hessery Tour with the Great Princetown mast on top of it. It's much windier up here though than it was down at Overtor, which looks like nothing but a little scattering of rocks from up here, but when we were down there they felt like decent sized stacks. Those trees that you can just see the top of are where the car's parked, Four Winds car park. Speaking of Four Winds, I think there's about 5 of them blowing up here. It's really windy all of a sudden. And behind me is Great Mis up on the top of the hill. That's where we're going next. Hope the sun stays out for it. The low fog seems to have cleared off, which is good. That's Little Mis Tor, tour number 59, in the bag. We're just going to head on up now to Great Mis Tor, take that in, then we'll head on back to the car after that. I've seen 2 people this entire walk, 2 people. And again, like, you're not far, like everywhere in the Merivale area, you're never far from the road. I can see it even from here, and we'll be able to see it from Great Mis Tor as well. I can see cars going past, but you feel like you're out in the middle of the moor. Oh, there's a cross carved in it here. Look at that. know if you can see that on camera. Can you see? Well, it's not one of the usual crosses that we see on Dartmoor, but it's a cross all the same. Well, it's not that little Mis Tor. It's not bigger than some tours up on Dartmoor, but it is little compared to Great Mis, where we're going next. I'm guessing it just kind of lives in its big brother's shadow. Nearly up here. A little bit of a slog, a bit of a featureless slog from little Mis Tor back there on the horizon. Got some lovely cows to keep me company, but we're nearly up there now. Oh. It's gone a bit grey again. The wind's still coming from behind us, and you can see there's sunlight on the hills and tors back there, back where we've come from. Hopefully that'll hit us in a bit when we're up at the top. It's the Great Migration, look. Sheep, cows, ponies, all of them, all moving in the same direction. They were by that trail when I came up. They've all moved away. Do I smell or something? Yes. That is definitely where the Dartmoor beast lives. Well, here we are, the summit of Great Mis. It's incredibly windy up here. It is the tallest tour in the region. But Great Mis Tor, tour number 60 on our tour of the tours. And we bagged it. I think this is the highest point. That stack over there looks pretty high as well. But I think this one right here is the high point, so I guess I'll stand on that. We've got the flagpole, very much like Rouge Tor, up on top, and Yes Tor has one as well. Oh, let's get up here. Oh, that is a hell of a view out over the Merivale area and back down the way we came from, back towards Little Mis and Four Winds car park. Well, it's a hell of a view actually as I turn around in every direction. Great Mis is a colossal tour. We've been able to see it from so many of our other walks, and when you get here you can see why. It's so vast. Every time you think you've seen it all, you turn another direction and you see more of it, just rising up from behind another rock outcropping. It's incredible up here. Beautiful, but very windy. I think you definitely would want to pitch somewhere sheltered if you're going to camp up here. Look there, Great Links Tor off in the distance. That's where we went last time we were out hiking, tor bagging. And I said when we were there on top of it that it looks like the spine of a dragon poking out of the ground. And I think it does. And look, Fir Tor, Queen of the Moor, the most remote tor on Dartmoor. Doesn't look too far away from here. Off to the east you can see all the way over to Hay Tor. Isn't that amazing? I tell you what, we are properly in the middle of Dartmoor here. Now, it may not be the most remote tor on Dartmoor, not like Fir Tor, but Fir Tor is kind of in the middle of the North Moor, which is the most barren and remote part of Dartmoor. But right here on Great Mis Tor, I think we're pretty much slap bang in the centre of Dartmoor National Park, because you can see everything. You can see out to Brent Tor in that direction. That's on the far west of Dartmoor. You can see to Hay Tor in that direction on the far east. You can see all the way out to Great Links Tor. I'm pretty sure I can see High Willows from here as well. And then to the south you can see all the way down to what I think is Plymouth Sound. Stunning up here, it really is. How's that for a camp spot? If you've got a small enough tent, nice and sheltered. I've spoken to Adam and Alex from the Summit Seekers and Neil from Forchesians. They've all said this is one of their favourite tours. They've got good taste. It's one of my favourites as well. It's absolutely massive, this tour. Scattered over quite a wide area, but like I say, every time you think you've seen all of it, something else appears. Incredible. Beautiful. Stunning. Lots of other adjectives I can't think of right now. Muddy. We're leaving Great Mis Tor behind now, heading back towards Little Mis to pick up the trail and head back down to the car. But it's been a beautiful walk once again. Over Tor was lovely. Little Mis Tor was a big surprise. I wasn't expecting much of that. Normally when you've got little in the name, it's kind of just it's a bit of a side note, bit of a non-event compared to the big one. But Little Mis Tor was actually stunning. It was some lovely views off of there, and the rock itself was much bigger than I thought it was going to be. And then of course Great Mis, you saw for yourself. I don't need to explain that one. It was awesome. And that marks 60 tours now on our tour of the tours. Can you believe it? 60 tours we've done together. And I did say in the last tour of the tours video, when we went up to Great Links, that I had a special video planned when we hit 60. And I do. It's going to be a tour bagging extravaganza for our next tour bagging video. And we're going to take in 10 tours in one walk. So we're going to go from 60 to 70, and it should be really good. I've got the route all planned out. I'm really looking forward to it, so I hope you are as well. all the views in front of us now that were hidden on the walk up by the fog. We've got Fogging Tor Quarry in front of us, and the Tors going all the way out to Borough Tor. King's Tor is that big one that you can see behind that group of trees where the cars parked. North Hessery Tor with the mast, and Hollow Tor further down on the hill. And you can see some weather coming in over towards the Merivale area. Middle Staple Tor, Great Staple Tor, Ruse Tor, Cox Tor, you can barely see it, look. That looks like fairly heavy rain, I would say. So I'm going to stick on this track and should make good time back to the car now. There's Over Tor, the first Tor we visited on this walk. Well, as we're back on the trail making our way back down to the car, I think I'll end the video there. But thank you very much for watching, as always. I hope you enjoyed watching this video as much as I enjoyed filming it. If you have enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and drop a comment down below telling me where you'd like to see me go next. Maybe give this video a try here, you might like that one as well, and subscribe if you want to see more. But yeah, thank you very much for joining me. I'll see you again soon for another adventure. Cheers.